On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Tampa. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. Turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Second and 15.
Let's go. Check 26, check 26.
They'll run with Fournette. He's got daylight. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Nigga, you think I'm not stupid? You think I'm dumb? Told you. Man, I'm going to destroy you, boy. I'm not, man, come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on.
2 plays already in the end zone.
Come on. You want to play that? You don't want to give me the props? You don't want to respect me? Cool.
The second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed.
Cool.
End zone.
Following the touchdown,
I don't want to give him my respect.
Opinion on to kick this one away.
Cool with me.
Taking it about the 1.
Cool with me.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 3.
Going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
15.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And just no chance of turning.
Superstar. That's right. Star, like I said.
Corner, he can only get back to the line of scrimmage.
Like I said.
2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in a 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He was brought down
on 3rd down, Fournette. And some space here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they're doing different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get
I don't understand what he think that I don't know what I'm doing. Right? Come on, stop playing.
Down at 6. On the carry, it's Logan. And he'll get up near the 45. Spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On first down, Logan. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Fournette. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. You don't want to listen to me, bro. But guess what? This is what's going to happen.
But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And past the 35, he'll be
all day, every day.
Too shy of the 30.
All day, every day.
There and a Buccaneer first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it here with Logan. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
He He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly.
Come on, bro. Hold that block.
Everyone was in the right place.
Hold that block.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
It seemed like it was perfectly defensive. Know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
I got this. I got this. I got this.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Looking for
oh my God, bro.
Intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Ah, this dude was slinging it.
Past the 20-yard line.
Ah.
His very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception.
That's my fault.
That's right. There were no defenders out there.
Yeah, you good, though.
When there's live guys out there chasing the football.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
As he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger.
Look at that.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
Oh, come on, bro. I didn't went way.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So after the INT, it's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. At the 40, here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. This is Fournette. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Running left, it's Fournette. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown.
That's a brute. It's a brute. That's how you put the hammer on him. Told this dude, man.
And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Told you, bro. All right, look, man. You gonna respect me, bro. You gonna put the respect on me. Hey, I don't want to hear all that extra stuff you think it is, man.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Told this dude, man.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ebron caught left side. And they'll get it out.
Oh, my God, man. My man, come on, bruh.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take it.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to let this one go deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Roethlisberger's pass intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
On play action, it's Brady. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but it's going to be 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Okay.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's
Oh, my God. He had a man in the backfield. That's my fault. I missed that.
There's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And the Steelers.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, this will be McFarland. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
The ball carrier.
Levante David in on the tackle.
Levante David. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger.
Give me that.
A big bid intercepted.
Give me that.
3rd time.
Give me that.
By Levante David.
Give me that.
First half did not go their way, and that's not going to go back at all. Interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Up 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback. They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
There we go. Now you went back to, there we go.
They'll run on first down. It's Logan.
There we go.
Right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. They'll keep it on the ground. Logan. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. On the run, it's Fournette. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 2nd down, it's Logan.
Let's go. Told this nigga, man. Told this dude, yo.
Taking it in from 2 yards out as the Buccaneers
playing with me, boy.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have a bearing on this game. But
you still at my dad's house?
For one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. Okay, I'm being facetious here.
I'm on my way.
Points, you feel a little bit better about
I'm on my way.
move on to the next one.
All right. All right.
This throw downfield, incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. He's going to try and go deep again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
And I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Again, it's Fournette. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Brady. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
D. Come here for a minute.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, yo, I just heard you say something.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Sorry, they're Latin people. Yeah, they not no such thing as they're white.
Yeah.
I heard somebody say it's a European. They're not.
No, they're technically European.
No,
it's a country in Europe.
What?
Portugal's a country in Europe, but they're not white.
They're not.
What they're looking to do is just
they're technically European because it's a country in Europe.
Hold up.
But they're not white.
Hold up.
That's just like saying.
6 yards the pick.
They're not white. That's true. Look, that's just like saying Haitian. Haiti not in is not in Africa. But are they black people? They are, but they're not. They're not from Africa.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Because they're so white.
She's Latin. Like you said, Spaniards. They yeah.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Brady on target there to Godwin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Fournette. Sean Davis that time on the tackle.
He's brought down by Sean Davis. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
play action. Now it's Brady.
At the Steelers.
And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On play action, now Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. One last shot for Roethlisberger. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. So fire the cannons. It's a victory.
Now go run, tell that nigga.
And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.